Have you ever wondered how you can make $3,200 in cash flow each month in Colorado Springs in 2025? We're going to take you on a walkthrough today so you can figure out how. My name is Tanner. I'm a real estate agent, investor, and house hacker here in Colorado Springs. And this is my friend Miller.
Yep, I'm Miller McSwain, author of Bigger Pockets Co-Living Cash Flow, and this is a property that we're under contract on that we're going to check out today.
So let's get into it. All right, Miller, give us the rundown on this next property you're going to buy.
Cool. So this place is currently 3,200 square feet. It is currently only 3 beds, right, which is really weird, and it's only 2.5 baths. So we're going to turn it into like a 10-4 or a 10-5. So definitely going to be a super large place. We're also adding like 400 or 500 square feet by finishing the garage. So really large place with awesome parking, right? So we're on a corner lot with 2 to 3 spots up front, and then basically unlimited along the side. Plenty for probably 20 cars if you ever wanted to do that.
How much you buying this property for?
Yeah, we're under contract for $478,000, which honestly is cheaper than a lot of the properties we've purchased, but that's because it does require some work. So the basement is unfinished, so we'll have a lot of work to do there. We'll have to do some finishing in the garage and then a couple little things inside. So that's kind of the high level of what we're looking to do.
What are you going to do right here in the living space? What's step one?
Yeah, so step one, this will be the easiest one probably. One of the easiest is turn this into just one big, really long room with a simple wall that connects from here all the way down there. Add a closet, do a little bit of electrical, and then it'll be good to be just a really large bedroom.
Cool. On to the kitchen.
Yeah, so here's the kitchen. Doesn't really need any work. It's totally suitable for co-living. You'd be surprised, but co-living residents often don't use the kitchen very much. They do a lot of door dashing, a lot of microwave meals, but if they do want to use the kitchen, of course, we do want to have it available. So nothing really crazy to do here. We'll just add a dining room table here, and otherwise we will need to add another fridge as well. But otherwise it's good to go.
And this is going to be a living space. And what's going to be really cool is that we're going to have to do some rehab work in this area, utilizing this closet and this bathroom, which Miller is going to tell us about right now. Yeah,
so right now there's 1 half bath right here, but like I said, we do need to add some bathrooms to be able to support the number of people. So there's a half bath that we'll essentially add a shower to, and then we'll demo that closet over there and turn that into another bathroom as well. So we'll kind of have some commonalities between plumbing, like it's very close together, so it shouldn't be too difficult to do.
This is going to be the closet right here, and it connects to the bathroom right there on the other side.
In real estate, first impressions can make or break a deal. Whether you're listing a home for sale or marketing an investment property, having high quality photos are key at grabbing attention. If you want to stand out in the competitive Colorado Springs market, having high quality photos is essential. And Wayne over at Hamadi excels at getting the best possible photos for your property. He's based right here in Colorado Springs and specializes in capturing properties in the best light. If you're ready to take your property photos to the next level, make sure to contact Wayne over at Hamadi and mention you heard about him from Tanner at Red and Joy Real Estate to get 20% off your next shoot. Remember, great photos can make the difference between a quick sale and a stale listing. So make sure to contact Wayne over at Hamadi today.
Now we're going to head into the garage, which typically you wouldn't think of putting bedrooms in the garage area, but for co-living it does work out very well.
Yeah, I mean, especially since we have such great parking outside, it's not like we have to use this as parking in here. So it's just better used as bedroom space. Now, of course, this is a more expensive conversion than just doing that quick wall that we added inside. But if you think about it, each bedroom that you add adds $7,000 to $8,000 a year in income. So even if it cost us, $16,000 to do this, that's still like a 50% return, right? So totally worth it to do such a conversion. So down here, we would have 1 bedroom, 1 really long bedroom here, still 10 feet wide, which is our minimum, but we have a good amount of space going back here. Now we do need 2 forms of egress, right? So for a bedroom, you have to be able to enter and exit through 2 different ways, and one of them has to be exterior. So we will need to add a window to this wall, but otherwise there'll be an entry door as the other form of egress. So closet, window, a little bit of electrical, and some sheetrock.
And then this door does count as an egress window, but it will be for this bedroom.
Yeah, so that's one thing that a lot of people don't know is you don't have to have a window in a bedroom. You just have to have a method to get outside. So it could also be a door. So yeah, this exterior door here will totally count. Even if there was no glass on this, and even if it was just a solid door, that still counts as exterior egress.
Sweet.
Yeah, and as far as the garage door goes, so we don't want to make the house look weird or feel weird in the neighborhood. So from the outside, it'll still just look like a normal garage, but we'll just frame the inside of this room. So there'll be a wall right here. So when you walk in here, you have no idea that it used to be a garage. But when you're outside, it does look like a garage.
Why is that important?
Really, honestly, it's just to not upset any neighbors. That's the biggest thing. We don't want it to look like it's just this, messed up, super cut up, super whatever house, because we really do the strategy well. Like we make sure that we have enough parking otherwise. We make sure that we take care of the residents by providing all the shared supplies and make sure that it's a really large house as well. So all that makes us comfortable having this number, but that's not how it's seen necessarily by the neighborhood. We don't want any NIMBY action going on. So so that's why we're gonna do it that way. And then the residents don't know any different. Whenever you're in here, it just feels like a normal bedroom. I mean, it's gonna be a, what is this gonna be, 20 by 20?
I think he said like 19 by 16, but
Yeah,
pretty big.
so like, 400 square feet. So it's a ridiculously sized room. So it'll just be a great room for the resident.
Now we're gonna head to the basement where probably the most value will be added to the property.
If you're planning to get photos done on your next listing or rental property, don't forget to reach out to Wayne with Homati to get 20% off your next shoot.
Is that really gonna be 400 square feet? Right? 20 times 20?
That is, yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, so down here's the basement. So those other additions that we talked about doing honestly aren't gonna add a ton of value. It's more just about adding the cash flow. But down here, we will increase the cash flow a lot and also increase the value at the same time. So down here, we're gonna add 3 bedrooms, right? We already have 3 windows that would be suitable for egress. We're also plumbed for a bathroom already. So again, another bathroom addition. So we do have a good amount of bathroom work to do in this basement. So yeah, that's what we'll do down here. So it's a lot of finishing work for sure.
How much value do you think will be added just in this basement?
Yeah,
How much are you expecting it to cost?
Yeah, based on the comps that we looked at, this will add like around 40 grand in value, at least, on the minimum side. And we're hoping that it costs a little bit less than that to do it. So like I said, it is definitely more of a cash flow play, but potentially we could add even more than 40 grand, just depends on the comps at the time.
All right, now we're heading upstairs to check out the final rehab that's gonna be done on this property. Miller, take it away.
Yeah, so this is actually where the only 3 current bedrooms in the house are, which is crazy. Like you've seen how big the house is, but there are 3 rooms up here along with a couple of bathrooms. But this is a loft right here, which will be, again, one of the super simple conversions, just like that entry room. So basically we'll have to add a wall here, get rid of the railing, then add a door here. But otherwise, just like the other ones, add a closet and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, so keep in mind, this place is gonna produce around $40,000 a year in cash flow. So if you only had 2 of these properties, you could replace most people's salary. So if you are interested in learning about strategies like this, where you can get a ton of cash flow, be sure to check out my book, Co-Living Cash Flow. You can find it at colivingbook.com.
And we're hosting a real estate meetup that we're partnering with Bigger Pockets, all about co-living, where we're doing the book launch for Miller's book. So make sure to come out on May 8th to check that out and enter our raffle to get a free book for yourself.
Cool.
We'll see you there.
See you guys there.